I will say, like, as a board member, I'm always going to support giving students and staff what they need in order to be successful. I've, like Mr. Tufano, and I think like most of us up here, we've all been vocal advocates for wanting full-day kindergarten. I don't want to say that that's not been a thing, and I'm very excited about that. But I also know in governance too, we talk about what our financial responsibilities are. It's balancing educational needs of the students with taxpayers' ability to pay, and overseeing financial management of the district, understanding the proposed budget implications, and just assisting in explaining the budget to the public in accordance with our policies. And that's really why I'm asking a few of the questions I am today, and I only have a couple, and actually Ms. Allen covered one of mine already, which was the readable, so I appreciate that, because I think that's important for people to understand that that's another huge impact that we've had. I think I have maybe 3 questions now. My first is the $6.7 million in excess surplus that we have listed as a source of revenue. First of all, I wanted to congratulate the district and you guys and the administration for putting a lot of cost-saving measures in place so that we do end up in that position. But what can these funds be used for? And like, what can they not be used for when we put them in there? How does that work?
Yeah, so they can be, although there's not a restriction on what you have to use them for. If, like, for us, this is a greater amount than we have had in the past. So that's why we are applying some of it to the capital reserve, because we don't want to rely on that for something like a normal recurring expenditure in our budget. But you're not restricted to what you can and can't use it on. And you can use it as you need to, yeah.
Okay. And then like understanding if we had a flat budget, there was no increase, right? It would mean devastation for our school district, which is not something I'd ever support. But I know that we do have more going to capital improvements, capital outlay, capital reserve than we have in the past. So I guess knowing that it is important and smart for us to build up our capital reserve, right? We should have an emergency fund. We have facilities that are old and we're a large district. But because we've had this high surplus this year, which is double what we've had last year, which was double the year before, and we're also financing a lot of these capital projects through the ROD grants and through ESIP. Would there have been a possibility in the budget where we could have reduced that amount by a very small amount for that appropriation without affecting any programs or staff? And what impact would that have had on the tax rate if we were to reduce it by $1 million, let's say? So instead of $3 million, we put 2 or anything like that.
So $1 million reduction would be $19 a year, or $19 a year difference if we were to reduce it. So instead of 265, it's 245.
Okay, so it's really, even if we were to reduce that amount, it's not nothing, right? Every amount we can save is something, but it's not having a huge impact on there if we were to do that.